Hello, welcome to the demonstration on capturing change data using WSO2 Streaming Integrator and WSO2 API Manager. In this session, we are going to simulate a stock trading system with an order book and market data feed by capturing change data from the database. In this scenario, we have four main components. Here we have a Microsoft SQL Server database that holds two tables, which are used to maintain order book and trade data. The WSO2 Streaming Integrator listens to data changes in the order book and the trades table. Once the change data is captured from the WSO2 Streaming Integrator, it generates an order book and market data feed and broadcasts it over these WebSocket endpoints. The WSO2 API Manager manages these WebSocket endpoints and exposes real-time APIs called order book and trades to be used in our client, the trading terminal. The trading terminal is used to display the order book and the market data feed in a UI. Let's start by configuring the database first. In this demonstration, we need to have a database along with two tables called order book and trades. And we need to enable CDC on this database including the tables. Now we have configured the database. Now we need to configure the WSO2 Streaming Integrator to capture CDC events from the database. For that, we have a WSO2 Streaming Integrator tooling runtime, which is up and running. In the WSO2 Streaming Integrator, we have two Siddhi apps for the order book and the trades tables respectively. This Siddhi app listens to change data from the order book table. In the order book table, there can be inserts, updates, and deletes. Therefore, we have defined three CDC sources, one for each operation. Once a CDC event is received from the WSO2 Streaming Integrator, it passes the event to the WebSocket Server Sync defined here. The WebSocket Server Sync starts a WebSocket server that broadcasts data on port 8830. The next Siddhi app listens to change data from the trades table. When a sell order and a buy order from the order book match, it creates a trade in the trades table. Therefore, only inserts can occur on the trades table. This Siddhi app listens to CDC events from the trades table, calculates price difference and the tick, and then passes the event to the WebSocket server sync defined here. This WebSocket server sync starts a WebSocket server that broadcasts data on port 8831. Let's start the Siddhi apps. Now the Siddhi apps are started and listening to change data from the database. Once the WSO2 Streaming Integrator is configured, we need to create a real-time API in the WSO2 API Manager to expose the WebSocket APIs initialized in the WSO2 Streaming Integrator. Here we have a WSO2 API Manager runtime which is up and running. In the API Manager Publisher app, we have two real-time APIs for the order book and trades endpoints respectively. Now we are in the dev portal. These are the two APIs we created from the Publisher app. Here we created an application and subscribed to each API. The access token is also generated. Let's copy this access token to be used in the next step. Now the product configurations are completed. Let's switch to the trading terminal, which is our client. This is our trading terminal, which shows the order book and the trades. Let's see how the change data is captured and displayed on this UI. For that, first we need to connect to the real-time APIs we have created from the WSO2 API Manager. Even though these API URLs are correct, the terminal is still not connected. That's because a valid access token is not there. Let's use this copied access token here. Now we are connected to our real-time APIs. Let's place orders in the order book table. When orders are placed, it will generate trades by simply matching the price, volume, and the type. Once the data in the order book and trades tables are changed, this trading terminal will update accordingly. Let's start by placing a sell order. Now the order has been placed and the UI is updated accordingly. Let's place few more orders. Now we have 4 sell orders and a buy order. Let's update order number 3 to be matched with order number 5. Now the price of the order number 3 is updated to be matched with order number 5. Now a new trade is created by matching these two orders. Let's assume order number 2 is cancelled, so we have to delete it. Here we are placing another buy order to be matched with order number 1. Now we got another trade by matching orders 1 and 6. Here are few more orders. Let's place another order to be matched with order number 7. Now we got another trade by matching the orders 7 and 9. So this is how we can simulate an order book and market data feed in real time by using change data capturing with WSO2 Streaming Integrator and WSO2 API Manager. In this demonstration, we simulated an order book and a market data feed using WSO2 Streaming Integrator and WSO2 API Manager. In the demonstration, we had 4 main components, which were the database, WSO2 Streaming Integrator, WSO2 API Manager, and the trading terminal. For the database, we used Microsoft SQL Server. It had 2 tables, which were order book and trades. WSO2 Streaming Integrator was the component that listened to CDC events from the database. It started 2 WebSocket servers to expose the changed data. WSO2 API Manager was used to manage those WebSocket endpoints from the WSO2 Streaming Integrator. The WSO2 API Manager exposed these 2 endpoints as real-time APIs. Finally, the trading terminal was used to show the order book and the market data feed in a graphical user interface. Thank you.